players. And I'm telling you right now, something is up between Stephanie White, Dawn Staley, Amber Cox, and the whole Indiana Fever basketball organization and the South Carolina Gamecocks. Now, we know Caitlin Clark has past history with the Gamecocks, and it really ain't good history. Now, I know South Carolina produces
Something finally seemed to snap inside the Indiana Fever organization, and according to fans, the chaos surrounding Caitlin Clark may have officially exploded beyond repair. After another emotional game, another injury scare, and another wave of frustration surrounding the Fever, supporters began believing the truth about Stephanie White, and the entire locker room was finally leaking into public view. The internet completely lost control after what happened next. From the beginning, the night already felt tense. Fans were nervous about Clark's health, questions surrounded the Fever offense, and pressure continued building around Stephanie White after weeks of criticism. Everything around Indiana already felt unstable before tip-off even started. But then things became much worse. During several moments in the game, fans noticed Clark looking visibly frustrated again, not emotional, but frustrated, the kind of frustration supporters believe has been building for months inside the organization. Broken spacing, confused rotations, and Clark constantly fighting through traps and physical pressure with almost no breathing room suddenly made fans feel this was no longer simple basketball chaos. Then Clark appeared to react during a timeout. Cameras quickly cut away, however, clips instantly spread across social media showing Clark looking frustrated near the bench while coaches spoke around her. Once that footage started trending online, everything exploded. Clark is done. She's tired of this system. Stephanie White lost the locker room. Those reactions flooded social media within minutes, and the backlash became brutal almost immediately. Then came the moment that completely changed the story. Sophie Cunningham reacted, and supporters instantly noticed it. Fans already believe Sophie is one of Clark's biggest emotional protectors inside the locker room because of her energy, intensity, and willingness to defend teammates. During another Fever sequence, cameras caught Sophie visibly angry near the sideline, and that clip spread everywhere online instantly. Then Lexie Hull entered the chaos too, and honestly, that's when the internet completely melted down, because supporters believe Lexie's recent body language has revealed growing frustration inside Indiana.
Poking her in the eye? Is this going to deter Bree Hartley from grabbing a player by their ponytail? Is this going to deter a Diamond DeShields from truck sticking somebody? Is this going to deter Alyssa Thomas from truck sticking somebody? You would think with salaries raising 4x, maybe the fine should raise equally as much. These fines need to be over $1,000, $1,500 maybe for the first one, $4,000 for the second one, and up to $10,000 if you're a repeat offender. Let's take a look. Front office sports finally making themselves useful.
Things come true for the first time. So I think that's super cool.
That's precious. Do you remember your first preseason game where you were?
Yeah, I think we played Seattle and I hit a buzzer beater.
Into the game buzzer beater?
To win it.
Your first W game?
But it was preseason, so it didn't count.
Yeah, but that's still sick.
Yeah, it was fun. Oh, you definitely remember.
Whoa.
I love our rookies too. Our rookies are awesome. So
to run us through the rookie girls.
So you have Raven Johnson. She was the highest draft. She's gonna be great. Great defensive player, just a very fun, bubbly personality. Like, truly love her. She's awesome. JT, she's from Alabama. She is strong, can shoot it. She's just a scorer, like really good, can get to her spots. Pretty like seamlessly fit right into the...
Fans already viewed Lexie Hull as one of Caitlin Clark's closest emotional allies on the team. So, the moment she appeared frustrated too, supporters immediately started connecting everything together. Then came the biggest rumor of all. Fans online began claiming that Fever players were privately exhausted with the team's current direction. Again, nothing was officially confirmed. However, after the emotional reactions from Clark, Sophie Cunningham, and Lexie Hull, the theories exploded across social media almost instantly. Meanwhile, another conversation involving Dawn Staley suddenly entered the drama because fans revisited discussions about Stephanie White trying to reshape the Fever roster around former Gamecock players. Once those conversations resurfaced, the backlash toward the coaching staff became even more emotional, with supporters believing the organization had created chaos around the biggest star in women's basketball. After Clark's latest visible frustration, many fans now believe the breaking point may finally be unfolding publicly. Then came another brutal moment when Caitlin Clark appeared to absorb hard contact once again during the game. The crowd gasped instantly, fans online panicked immediately, and when Clark looked uncomfortable afterward, the reactions exploded even harder because supporters already believe she has been carrying impossible pressure physically and emotionally throughout the entire season.
Oh man, this has a bunch of Caitlin Clark Indiana Fever fans worried. It appears Caitlin Clark is dealing with an injury. How serious? I don't know. I'm not here to scare you. I'm not here to lie and make it seem like it's more than what it is. Maybe this is just a precautionary tale. But after going through what we went through last season, you already know people are going to be on edge.
0.5 to 1 second basketball. Get a lot of player movement and ball movement. I think we're continuing to grow a lot in that area. A couple things that I think can still be a growth edge for us is one, like not over dribbling. I think we're over dribbling at times. Get it moving, and then two, just be great screeners and cutters. The little things, the details that are going to open up opportunities for one another and for teammates by being a great screener or being a great cutter.
And a question for Aaliyah. What's the next step for this team to become a true contender? And what's your approach to controlling the paint on both ends of the floor?
Yeah, I think I'll start with that part. Just continue to be that presence, making sure that I'm calling for the ball, making sure I'm shooting well around the rim, and defensively, just continue to be that post presence that we need. And I think for us, it's just about making sure that we're focused every single night we step on that floor, making sure that we're paying attention to the details because all those little details matter. And so it's going to have to be our mindset.
Yeah. Now, Aaliyah Boston, to me, we didn't really get to see her a whole lot during this Nigeria game. Really see her go up against some of the best talent. And offensively and defensively, I feel like they definitely need to utilize her and make sure she do not get in foul trouble this season. Now, the referees has been showing up and showing out, at least for Caitlin Clark. Hopefully, we can see them show up and show out for Aaliyah Boston as well. That was a good question.
Coach, I saw Caitlin Clark was wearing a leg sleeve today. Any particular reason for that?
It's a style thing. It looks good on her, doesn't it?
The internet seems to think so, yeah.
Well, the internet's a great resource.
Chelsea, for you, I'm curious, what are some of your earliest memories of this league?
Right? You made me feel so old. Jesus. I remember being two.
Fans now believe even Caitlin Clark's closest teammates may finally be reaching their emotional limit too. Then sports pages started posting dramatic headlines. Have the Fever lost control? Is the locker room turning on Stephanie White? Can Caitlin Clark survive the chaos? Those conversations spread everywhere almost instantly, and suddenly the pressure surrounding the Indiana Fever felt enormous. Meanwhile, Fever fans rallied around Clark online, not against her, but around her, because supporters believe she is trying to survive inside an environment that seems to become more emotionally unstable every week. After the reactions from Sophie Cunningham and Lexie Hull started going viral, fans became convinced something serious was happening behind the scenes. Then another emotional clip spread online. As Clark walked toward the tunnel after the game, fans loudly cheered for her while criticizing the coaching staff nearby. That image instantly spread across social media and perfectly captured the current mood surrounding Indiana: fear, frustration, and chaos. Supporters no longer believe this is simply a rough stretch for the Fever. Instead, many think the entire Caitlin Clark era in Indiana may be approaching a dangerous breaking point. After the latest emotional reactions involving Sophie Cunningham, Lexie Hull, and Stephanie White, fans now believe the cracks inside the organization are becoming impossible to hide. Meanwhile, sports analysts started discussing the bigger picture. Some defended the Fever, while others openly questioned the coaching system surrounding Clark. However, nearly everyone agreed on one thing: the emotional pressure around Caitlin Clark has reached an entirely different level. No matter what happens inside Indiana, everything still revolves around Clark. Every injury trends instantly, every emotional reaction becomes a controversy, and every locker room rumor explodes across the sports world. After the latest Fever chaos, fans believe the storm surrounding Stephanie White may only continue getting worse. Now the entire basketball world is watching closely because, after Clark's frustration, Sophie Cunningham's reactions, Lexie Hull's visible anger, and the growing backlash surrounding the Fever, one thing suddenly feels impossible to ignore: the Indiana Fever may finally be losing control of the Caitlin Clark era.